Rosalind Franklin. British chemist Rosalind Franklin was born in 1820 in Notting Hill, London, England. Rosalind was the eldest daughter and second of 5 children born into a wealthy and well-connected Anglo-Jewish family. Franklin's mother was Mary Frances Woolley, the daughter of a successful barrister, Arthur Woolley. She greatly regretted not having had the schooling to go to university like her brother, and was determined the same should not happen to her daughters. Rosalind's father was Ellis Arthur Franklin. Originally, he had intended to study physics at Oxford University, but this was thwarted when he was called up to join the army on the outbreak of the First World War. As a young child, Franklin attended a private school near to home, but then, at the age of 9, was sent off to a boarding school in Sussex, based on the idea that it would help her delicate health, because it was near the sea. 2 years later, she joined St. Paul Girls' School, where she excelled in science, Latin, and sports. In 1938, Franklin started studying natural science at Newnham College, Cambridge, where she majored in physical chemistry. During her studies, she science in chemistry, mathematics, and physics. When Franklin graduated from Cambridge in 1941, women were prohibited from being awarded degrees. Only in 1947, once Cambridge has changed its regulations, did Franklin gain her bachelor's degree. After completing her undergraduate degree, Franklin first spent a year working as a researcher in Nary's laboratory, and then as assistant research officer at the British Coal Utilisation Research Association, where she studied the properties of coal and graphite, work that was the basis of her 1945 PhD thesis, The Physical Chemistry of Solid Organic Colloids, with a special reference to coal. In the fall of 1946, Franklin was appointed at a laboratory in Paris, where she worked with crystallographer Jacques Merin. He taught her X-ray diffraction, which would play an important role in her research that led to the discovery of the circuit of life, the structure of DNA. Studying DNA structure with X-ray diffraction, Franklin and her student Raymond Rosalind made an amazing discovery. They took pictures of DNA and discovered that there were 2 forms of it, a dry A form and a wet B form. One of their X-ray diffraction pictures of B form of DNA, known as photograph 51, became famous as critical evidence in identifying the structure of DNA. In 1851, Franklin presented this information in a lecture in Cambridge, where James Watson was present. Importantly, Franklin indicated that DNA was likely to be a double helix with antiparallel strands. Finally, in the fall of 1956, Franklin discovered that she had ovarian cancer. Some historians attribute Franklin's cancer to the X-ray radiation that she had been exposed to during her work. I think Rosalind is a very inspired figure. I believe that it's very hard what she achieved in a time when women weren't allowed to perform any role at society. Rosalind was a clear example of the lack of importance given to women and their contributions to progress. Nowadays, this situation has changed, and for that reason, women must be proud of each other.